everyone, and welcome back to Patch of the Week. And in this batch of patch, we've been exploring some cool electropop tunes. In this episode, and actually the next episode, next week, we're going to be focusing on Midnight City. And the reason we're doing that twice is because, as you heard in the intro, we're going to be covering that nice, lush pad. Next week, we're going to cover the bass, and we're taking advantage of Prologue's splitting capabilities to take care of all that. Okay, so let's dive in and let's get that pad sound. It's a big pad sound, and what I did in my recreation to help make it that big is to use multiple octaves on all three of the oscillators. So all saw wave, and we're going to jump right in, and we're going to set the saw wave. First, I'll open up my envelope for a second, and then we will continue to do that, and then bring up the volume. And this one's already set where it needs to be. And then the second saw, we're going to put into a different octave, as I said. So that's going to be down here. Perfect. Last but not least, here, again, another octave. I've picked saw 1, and I've got that on the second LED. So 4th, 3rd, and 2nd, we're going to bring this up. Start to hear that getting a little fatter. And then what I also did to give it a little bit of that organ-esque quality that you hear in the song, I'm bringing up the shape of the saw in the multi-engine a little bit and hear what happens here. That shape knob is so powerful. Right, so we're pretty much there. I did engage half of the drive to give it a little bit of a fatter sound, and of course I do have the low frequency compressor kind of pumping that along. It is a very kind of pumped, compressed kind of a sound. Fantastic. And the last thing I'm going to do to this sound before I apply the effects is I am going to give a little bit of that open filter in the beginning. So it kind of like opens up in the beginning and then fades down a little bit. We're going to use the envelope generator to the filter to take care of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back down this filter to about half. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the intensity of the envelope generator, and then I'm going to set my envelope. So I don't want it to ramp up. I want it to start exactly where it is, and then I'm going to take that decay, and then sustain. And then the release will go right about here. Make sure that we can still let that release happen. And now, with a little bit of resonance, we're going to get a nice... tails off just a little bit. So without the resonance, a little less prominent, but with the resonance up a little bit. And I think last but not least, I'm going to do a little bit of a voice spread. To bring it into a little bit more of a kind of phasing thing. So there's the sound. And then of course, apply some nice thick reverb to that. I keep the reverb at about 11 o'clock. Same thing here, just keep it simple. Got an ensemble picked, and now I've already got my bass set up, and again, we're going to cover that next week, but just to put it into context and finish out the video, we're going to turn on that split. It's already set, and here we are.